Because what ultimately happens here is that the gentleman who's in charge of the Canaanite army, he gets killed by a woman, by Jael. And so I would give you all the details and we would talk about that, except I struggled all week with this because I felt like I was telling me, no, teach something different. And I was like, no, God, I have a sermon series. Do you understand that I crafted this series and Deborah is April 10th, and so I need to talk about Deborah on April 10th. And I just kept feeling like, no, there's something, I want you to say something else. And I kept fighting against it and fighting against it. There are other reasons why I fought against it too, because I'll be honest with you, frankly, I don't know that I feel qualified to stand up here and talk about this thing from experience, but I can talk about it from Scripture, and so I'm just going to share it with you. And here's what we see. We see this. Why Deborah? Why did God raise up a woman? Not that women aren't strong and don't have great leadership abilities, and in many cases even more than men, but why? And the answer is pretty clear. In this particular case, it's because men weren't leading. Men weren't leading. There was a void. And because of that void, Deborah stepped in and filled it. By the way, she did a great job. But I've been around here for almost 2 years now, in that office down the hall. And over and over and over and over, I'm hearing women from our own church saying, my husband isn't leading. He's not leading our family. He's not leading our kids. He's not leading me. And I'll tell you this, church. You know, we've had some people recently to say, hey, you know, our services are going kind of long. And I don't know, it's been maybe 5, 6, 7 people, and I could easily dismiss that. But I think if there's 5, 6, 7 people who have the courage to say it, there's another 15 or 20 who are thinking it, they just haven't had the courage to say it. And I think the same is true here with some of our ladies. If there's 12 or 15 women who are coming down saying, I want my husband to lead, but he's not leading, there's another 12 or 15 who are feeling it, but they just haven't had the courage to come forward and say it. And so I'm not here to condemn men today. I'm here to encourage men and say, men, we must step up and be the leaders in our home that God has called us to be. We must. And so whether you're somebody in this church who's been married for 30 days or 30 years, you have a role to play in this. And I know it would be easy for some people to check out right now and to not be listening to this. But this message is for everybody. Young women who aren't married, this is a message for you. Because you need to consider not just how cute he is, but you need to consider whether he's the kind of guy who will lead your family. Young men, you need to be asking yourselves, will you be a leader for your family? People that have been married 35, 40 years who are happy and everything's been great. We need you to get off the sidelines and help the rest of us. Mentor us. Come alongside us. Those of you who you feel like, well, I don't fit into any of those. I'm not really looking for a guy. I'm not really looking for a girl. I'm not married at this point. That's okay too. Maybe you have some experience from things that went wrong. Maybe you've walked down a path that didn't work out so great. Teach us. Pour into us. Teach us. And so this is where we land today. I'm talking to folks about, men, we need to lead. And so here's what I want you to do. I don't want to put anyone out. I don't want to embarrass anybody. You can't run up on the stage, by the way. I don't want anyone to get embarrassed here because I already know you're grabbing my hand. Here's what I will tell you. Ladies, kids, right now, very secretly, nonchalant, with nobody looking, give us some music, please, nobody paying attention, because we're not here to embarrass. If you're sitting next to a man that you're saying, I want you to lead me, I need you to step up and I need you to lead me. I need you to lead us. I need you to lead our family. I want you to reach over very just nonchalantly, reach over and take his hand and just gently squeeze his hand. Just reach over and gently squeeze his hand. And if you're a man who's doing that, you're already doing that, good. You need to lead a small group. You need to lead a Bible study. You need to be a part of things. Some of you men, I know you're saying, you know what, I just got squeezed. I just got squeezed, but I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do. Here's what you do. You go home today. In fact, before you go home today, you take this next song, this quiet time, and you pray. You pray, Lord, I know I'm supposed to lead my family. I know I'm supposed to do that. Lord, teach me. Send someone to me. Make me the leader in my home that I am supposed to be, God. I will follow you. I will serve you. I will pursue you. And in doing so, lead my family. It's a line from a song I love. It says, it speaks to men in particular. It says, the only way we'll ever stand is on our knees. You're not sure what to do? Pray with your wife tonight. You're not sure what to do? Open a Bible. Read it with her. After church today, talk to your wife. Talk to your kids. Talk to whomever is in your house, your girlfriend, your fiance, whoever that is in your life, and let them know if in fact it is true that you want to lead, that you want to pursue God and lead. And I just feel like I have to say that today. I feel like I have to say that today because I need to do better, and I know a lot of you need to do better. You say, well, how do you know that? Because the women gather up and they have about 20 people that do a Bible study before church on Sundays in that room out there. Where's the men's study? That's right, we don't have one. We need to do better. You know what? Tuesday night, 1080 is our gathering point for people to learn about God. And not just to learn what the Bible says about God, but to learn how to pursue Him. To learn how to be a disciple of the one and only Jesus Christ. You grab your family and you say, you know what, this week, Mom and Dad, we're going to 1080. We're going. We're going to learn about God. And at this point, we don't have childcare, but we'll get it. You guys bring enough kids here, I'll go down and watch the kids. You fill this place up with children, I'll go down and watch them. They may not come home right, but I'll go down and watch them. Grace, we need to be a church that just pursues Jesus. We need to pursue Jesus. And we need to pursue Jesus because everything else in this world, it can't save us. It can't save us. Only Jesus can save. For only He can save. He is the one who saves. You see, God does not only redeem our hearts, and I know we talk about salvation and we think that God redeems sin, and He does that. He redeems our sinful self. But He not only redeems that, He redeems our hearts, He redeems our relationships, our families, our service to the church and our communities, and He will redeem our marriages. He's the one who saves. We must pursue Him. Stand for our last song today.